Today I'm in the kitchen making an easy egg pasta dough. Homemade pasta is soft and silky with a chewy light texture that's much nicer than dried store-bought noodles. If you've never made homemade pasta before, this is the perfect beginner pasta recipe. Homemade egg pasta dough is surprisingly easy to make with only 4 kitchen staples. So let's get into the kitchen. This is how I make easy egg pasta dough. The first thing I need for this recipe is flour. The best flour to make pasta is 00 flour. This is not an absolute must for pasta making, especially if you're just making pasta at home for dinner. 00 flour is more finely ground and has a higher protein content than all-purpose flour, which will give you a chewier, springier pasta. So if you want to make a more authentic Italian pasta, then absolutely grab a bag of 00 flour, which I've found available in most grocery stores where I live. This recipe is going to give you enough pasta for about 2 to 3 people. Measure out 100 grams of flour, all-purpose or 00 flour. Place it in a pile on the counter and make a little well in the center. I'm going to sprinkle in a pinch of salt or about a 1/4 teaspoon. Crack in 1 egg and a little drizzle of olive oil, which is about 1 tablespoon. Now using a fork, start beating the egg, adding in a little of the flour from the sides of the well as you go. Once you have a thick paste, you can switch from the fork to your hands. Bring in more flour from the sides and squish it in. Once most of the flour is soaked up into the dough, start kneading, just like you would for a bread dough, pushing away with the heel of your hand and bringing and folding it back towards yourself. Knead the dough until it's smooth and elastic. This takes about 5 minutes. Now we need to let the gluten relax so you can easily roll it out into thin pasta noodles. Cover with a damp cloth or an upside down bowl and let it sit for 20 minutes. To roll the pasta out, you need nothing more than a rolling pin and a little elbow grease. Lightly flour the dough and roll. Turn the dough and move it around often to make sure nothing is sticking to the counter. This process takes little time but is not at all difficult. If you have a roller, start at the largest setting and crank it through. Work your way down the settings until you have a thin sheet. I usually go to a 1 or 2. But using this pasta roller is optional. Cut your sheets so the noodles don't get too long, unless you have kids helping you out, and in that case they will always try to see how incredibly long they can make the noodles. At this point, the dough is ready to be shaped into noodles. Quick and easy noodles can be made by lightly flouring the sheets so nothing sticks back together. Roll it into a log and then cut into the thickness you'd like for your noodles. Remember, as you cook the noodles, they're going to expand to about double their size. This dough is perfect to make any pasta shape from spaghetti to ravioli. I'm cutting mine relatively wide here to make homemade pappardelle. Homemade pasta cooks extremely quickly compared to the store-bought dried noodles. Cook your pasta for about 2 minutes in salted, boiling water, depending on the thickness of the noodles. Enjoy! If you're a fan of deliciously simple vintage recipes and old-fashioned skills, then you'll want to check out this next video. Thanks for stopping by.